Cannabis is an amazingly complex and diverse plant, and there are literally hundreds, actually more than 700 varieties or types of cannabis, commonly called strains. The varieties have different names and can vary greatly in their properties and medical applications. If you've ever been to a dispensary, you'll be familiar with the common classifications of sativa, indica, and hybrid. When distinguishing varieties for medical use, though, we actually like to use different terminology to guide decisions a bit more clearly. We sort the varieties and products in terms of their cannabinoid ratios. This is something like THC dominant or CBD dominant, as well as take into account their terpene profiles. We'll get into this in just a sec. So all cannabis plants contain a wide variety of cannabinoids, but it's the ratio between the major types of cannabinoids that is the most medically useful property. For example, one variety could have a 4:1 CBD to THC ratio. This means that there's 4 times the amount of CBD compared to THC. Another variety could have a 1:20 CBD to THC ratio, meaning that it has 20 times the amount of THC compared to CBD and is obviously more psychoactive. Research shows that cannabis works best in tandem with all the cannabinoids together. This is a relationship commonly referred to as the entourage effect. And this is why we generally recommend medicine produced from the whole plant as opposed to from isolated or synthetic compounds. In addition to cannabinoids, when choosing what to take to alleviate specific conditions and symptoms, we take into account the terpenes present in each variety. The terpene profile accounts for what gives cannabis its distinctive scent and flavor. And terpenes can have a physiological effect as well as can impact your mood during the day and at night. For example, some can have an antidepressive effect, while others can be relaxing, and others can even be energizing. You'll no doubt have had some type of contact with terpenes, maybe without knowing it, because they exist in plants like lavender, which contains linalool, mangoes have myrcene, and black pepper has a terpene called beta-caryophyllene. A unique attribute of cannabis is that it can actually allow the brain and body to step out of old structures and ways of doing things and open to new perspectives and ways of operating. This is true both on a cellular level within the body and how the cells communicate with each other, and it can also be true on a behavioral level within our lives. Interestingly, mindfulness practices, things like meditation, as well as exercise and sometimes diet even, can have similar effects on the mind and body. But we all know that it's not so easy to make these shifts in our lives. So cannabis can act as kind of a bridge and an aid in the process to provide some immediate relief and healing. So this is partly why we always take an integrative approach to medicine and support you to get good rest and create good habits to increase your health, happiness, and overall quality of life.